Welcome to Spiritual Awakening family. Beloved masters, never forget, you are eternal and immortal. Your physical body is a temporary temple in which God dwells. The Sacred Heart is the temple of the soul. Therein is the essence of life where true love resides, and where your awareness of infinity begins. The diamond core, God cell within the Sacred Heart, contains the 12 rays of God consciousness, which are etheric crystal prisms of refracted light called rays that beam forth the essence of creation. Death is a metamorphosis, a changing of the cloak of flesh for a cloak of light. You have but one life, and that is eternal. You have assumed many roles while on your journey throughout eternity. However, you are as you were in the beginning within your Sacred Heart, a divine child of the Supreme Creator. To become Christed is to realize the divinity within, and then following, unerring, the guidance of your God Self. In the higher realms your vessel of light is pure, perfect and indestructible. Envision a wholeness that has never been altered and has no imperfections. Staying centered within the Sacred Heart maintains your connection to the higher levels of God consciousness, and assures a steady flow of Creator light, love, life. The superconscious mind is a magnet for higher, godly truth. The desire body is a generating force within each person. You are dominated by either the ego desire body, which is controlled by the physical senses, or the spiritual righteous desire body, which is controlled by the higher self. The subconscious, subjective mind is ruled by the conscious mind and past conditioning. It is programmed and reprogrammed through vibratory influences, whereby the lower, negative thought forms of the past have convinced you that you are small, weak, imperfect and inferior. Throughout your many past life experiences, you have created a powerful vortex of doubt, depression, fear, scarcity and debilitating disease which leads to premature death. These harmful thought forms have been repeated over and over again until they are firmly entrenched within each individual's subconscious mind, as well as within the collective conscious belief structure, until they become the accepted reality of the masses. Your sacred mind always knows the truth, and will eventually override the misconceptions of the conscious mind, which can be reprogrammed as you strive to clear the subconscious mind of negative influences. Your sacred mind is the direct connection to the God mind. Moderation in all things results in equilibrium, balance and a sense of well-being. Self-mastery leads to control of the physical emotions and thought processes of the lower mind. A self-master stands firmly centered within the Sacred Heart in the midst of chaos and change, holding fast to the wisdom of the sacred mind as it gathers strength and guidance from our Father, Mother God, an observer of the process as all illusion slowly fades away. Ascension means attaining a clearer awareness of self, and accepting the fact that you are an extension of our Mother, Father God. As you delve deeper and deeper within self, you come to realize your intimate connection with the Creator. Once you have felt the exquisite bliss of a heart-to-heart connection with our Mother, Father God, and you are able to draw fully on the adamantine particles of love, light, your yearning for love is gradually fulfilled. Your hunger for sustenance will also be satisfied, and you will be given the strength, will and determination you require to joyfully complete your earthly mission. Energy is generated through frequency patterns of attraction, rather than patterns of resistance or friction. Thoughts, words, emotions have a helpful or detrimental effect on the physical vessel and also create a certain band of frequencies within your auric field and beyond, and, thereby, your reality on the physical plane is created. The laws of the universe state that you must always experience that which you create. When you are radiating the refined frequencies of love all around you, the negative forces will not affect you. Beloveds, you must become a tributary of the river of life, a channel for the divine force of creation. Stagnation begins immediately when you stop the flow of adamantine particles into your Sacred Heart. As you become a sentinel of light, your aura will glow and grow as you become illumined by the radiance of Spirit. You Home, your neighborhood, city, state, province and country all have an auric field, whether it is bright or dim. The heart and soul of each country must be revived. When unity consciousness is lost, the spiritual life force of a country begins to wane. Remember, everything that exists has an aura. The divinity and awesome power of the Creator is in everything. Many souls are what could be termed spiritually bankrupt, for they have either used up their allotment of adamantine particles of life, light, and are now so steeped in the lower frequencies of the third, fourth dimensional world that they can no longer tap into the cosmic river of life and draw forth the full spectrum light of the Creator, or, since early childhood, they have not been able to attain the required level of harmonious frequency patterns to ignite their allotment of adamantine particles stored within their sacred heart. Fortunately, many dear souls take with them into death the greater portion of their allotment of Creator light. These are the tormented souls who feel unloved and have led a life of suffering and often isolation or violence, created by a sense of hopelessness, feelings of self-hatred and inferiority. They often focus their hatred and frustration outwardly, blaming others and fate for their failures, while all the time being unaware that they are the source of their own pain and suffering. Many of these precious ones chose to come forth on what could be called the lower spectrum of shadow and light. At a soul level, they chose the overlay for the life's drama they would experience because they wished to overcome certain imbalanced frequency patterns from the past. However, many times the path they chose was too much of a challenge and they fell back into the negative patterns of many fruitless lifetimes. Those who have the least freedom of choice are driven by obsession, addictions and unconscious impulses. They are controlled by past negative influences that are very difficult to correct. Remember, dear hearts, you are not judged by anyone but yourself, and you will always be given an opportunity to overcome past transgressions. Self-forgiveness is the first step in healing the past and reconnecting to the power within. It may seem heartless and uncaring, but a self-master will gradually end relationships with people they are no longer in harmony with. There should be no judgment, just a gradual letting go and withdrawal or severance of any energy cords of attachment. It is usually the other person who ends the relationship, for they can no longer receive the emotional energy they require from the enlightened person. So many lonely souls are seeking their soulmates, and this is taking place around the world as more and more souls reach a certain level of harmony within. For millions of you, this is the time when your soul has reached the furthermost point of its journey of separation, and you are now in the midst of the journey of reunion and integration. Your soul has gradually been infused with a divine discontent which is slowly filtering into your consciousness, and you have turned inward so as to tame the ego and reconnect with the soul, the oversoul and multiple facets of your greater self. You now have the potential to connect with the many facets of your soul family, your higher self, your many oversouls and your God Ray, I Am presence. On the other hand, many soulmates have similar soul vibrational patterns but do not necessarily have similar physical auric frequencies. Soul frequencies are stronger than physical frequency patterns, and they are predominant when you are in an emotional, heartfelt state. If the radiance is strong enough, the beauty of soul shines through. However, it may not be strong enough to overcome the physical, emotional and mental traits that are not in harmony one with another in order to create a lasting, satisfying relationship. Physical relationships are difficult at best on the earthly plane, and especially when you are striving for self-mastery and are in the process of knowing thyself, which leads to constant, transformational changes within and without. This question has been asked by a number of dear souls, and we feel it is important for all of you to understand that, in many instances, all is not as it seems, and it is important that you seek your inner guidance, as well as positive solutions to some of the trends and symptoms of the times. Therefore, We are writing this open letter to all the beautiful children who are the hope of the future, to their parents, as well. Question: more and more children are being diagnosed as having autism and other puzzling health problems. Is there a specific purpose for this, and are we being punished for some reason? Beloved children of the light, we know that it will not be easy to contain such wise, old souls in such small human vessels. Many of you have not fully anchored your soul self within the physical body. It will take time to adjust to the density of the present earthly environment. Therefore, you will gradually incorporate more and more of your higher self as you learn to adjust to the pressures of physical existence. Neither you nor your parents are being punished. Quite to the contrary, your family has been, and will be blessed by your presence, and they agreed, at a soul level, to assist you on this important assignment. As time goes by and you remember more and more of who you really are, you will realize you agreed to return to Earth at this time in order to assist your soul family and all those you love deeply during these times of great change. Even though you did not need to return to the earthly plane, you agreed to come at this time to anchor a very special light energy that the earth and humanity are being gifted with during these times of great change. This message is as much for your parents as it is for you. Since the veil of forgetfulness has not been drawn as fully over your consciousness, you will remember many things from past lives which may confuse you, and you will undoubtedly have abilities that are unusual. First of all, you will need love and understanding, but you will also need strongly defined boundaries and structure in your life. Your family should treat you with respect, just as they teach you to respect others. You will always value truth and reasoning, which will accomplish more than threats or restrictions. You will abhor hypocrisy and may rebel during your early school years, for you will not fit in the social structure of half-truths and unfair rules. It will be up to your mother and father to teach you that you can help bring about changes for the better, not by resisting the old, but by showing a new, better way. Most of those like you have not had many incarnations on Earth, therefore, you have not adjusted well to the physical body and the earthly environment. You have a very sensitive nature and you also have more insight than most, so you will not understand the hypocrisy and distortions of the truth that you encounter. Do not judge others, but allow your own inner knowing to guide you, and you will not be led astray. You are very powerful, beloveds, and have the capability of creating many wondrous things and the ability to bring much joy to those around you. Or you choose the downward path, you can be the cause of much destruction and sorrow. You have energies within that you must learn to develop and use to their highest potential. We suggest that your parents teach you how to go into your pyramid of light and, while there, see the healing energies flow smoothly through your body. Ask your higher self to help you contain and control these powerful energies, as you learn to direct them appropriately through yourself and out into the world. Begin to use the vowel sounds and tones we have given, and you will find the appropriate tones will come forth, at the proper time, to assist in integrating the powerful energies that will be available to you eventually. You see, precious ones, you are what is called prototypes of future humanity, for you are among the forerunners for the coming new golden root race. You have stored within your brain structure many wondrous abilities and the much wisdom. Some people calling many of those who have been born since mid-last century of Earth time, the indigo children, the crystal beings, or the golden ones. What you are is very wise old souls who agreed to come to Earth to show your elders and humanity the true way now that the path has been prepared by the brave ones who have awakened and begun the process. You may not fit well in society as you have experienced it in the past, but that is exactly what you came to do, to adjust to your earthly environment and, as you gain wisdom, to help make the changes that will benefit all the other brave souls like you. Do not put yourself apart by thinking you are different or somehow above those around you. That would be a mistake, for one of your major tests is to accept who you are, and to quietly go about balancing and harmonizing the discordant energies within yourself so that you may be an example and then help others like you. The negative energies you and those around you will experience as you grow into adulthood will be core issues from deep within which will arise into your conscious awareness so that they may, once and for all, be transmuted and balanced. You have an empathic nature, and you must learn not to allow the imbalanced energies from other people's auric field to penetrate your auric field, which will create discomfort and distress. We ask your parents to show you how to envision a golden sphere of light surrounding you which reaches above your head and below your feet. The higher vibrations of love, light can penetrate this sphere of protection, but nothing of a lower vibration can affect you if you state your intent that you will allow only the vibrations of God consciousness to enter your force field. Dearest hearts, your four angelic helpers are waiting for you to call on them. Just ask and they will answer you. Ask names and begin an intimate relationship with them. How would you like them to serve? Give them instructions and always ask for your highest good, for that is the only condition of their assistance. They will guide, guard and protect you. They will inspire you and assist you to attain your goals. All you have to do is be clear in your intention, ask for the greatest good of all, and then follow the nudgings of your heart as you take the action needed to fulfill your dreams. Before you incarnated, you promised to bring in the greatest amount of creator light that you could bear, which means that you came into this lifetime bearing special gifts but also a great responsibility. Learn to speak words of kindness, for words can hurt deeply. Learn to listen to the small clear voice within, for that is how we will communicate with you. Think before you act. If you feel sad or uncomfortable about something, it means that it is not the best way. What you do brings yourself and others joy. Then know that you are in harmony with your soul self. You are the brave ones who will take over and lead the new emerging spiritual human beings into a world of peace, harmony, joy and abundance for all. Know that we are near to guide and protect you, and that you are loved beyond measure. Call on us, we are just a thought away, and we will always answer. I am Archangel Michael. I hope you like the video. Welcome to your channel. Don't forget to check out the other